Let's talk about the prophetic significance of the coming solar eclipse part 4. If you missed my other 3 videos, they're on my page, just a few days. In Genesis, we see that God created the sun, the moon, and the stars for signs in the heavens. And when you look it up in the Hebrew, it means omens, oth. We know that God gives prophetic signs in the heavens because Jesus says there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars in link with his return. But how do you identify what is what? There are always eclipses. It's not the fact that this is an eclipse. It's the fact that you have 2 marking an X upon the United States. Get this next part, 7 years from each other. The number 7 in the Bible is the number of completion. Before people say that God doesn't do anything with 7 years, you have a 7-year tribulation divided in 1,260 days, 1,260 days in the book of Revelation and Daniel 9:27. You also have 7 years that Jacob had to work for his wives. In addition to that, in the book of Genesis with Joseph and Pharaoh, you have a 7-year time period of good. You have a 7-year time period of famine. So God does use the 7-year time period to show signs. In 2017, we warned that it was a warning from God, that the spiritual climate has shifted. These are a few out of my many posts. Glory to God. People mocked and laughed and said nothing was going to happen. And then almost right in the middle of the 7, this happens. We're not saying Jesus is coming on that day or anything's going to happen on that day. It's a sign for what follows. No dates given. Hit follow to see more if you want to see the continued series of this. I'm doing more tomorrow.